morning, friends. Welcome to Prayas. Today I am going to discuss mindset of a profession which has got relatively easier entry barriers. Friend, today youth of every country are facing problem after completing their studies about their jobs, profession, and whatever they decide to do after completing their studies. So far government jobs are concerned, they have got very tough entry barriers in form of tough competition. Other corporate jobs are equally difficult to get. But today I am going to discuss mindset of a profession which anybody can enter, join, and there is no age limit also. You can do this profession at any age of your life, provided you fulfill the conditions required for it. Friend, I am going to discuss today about mindset of legal profession. If you want to obtain success in legal profession, what type of personality you should possess, what type of mindset you should have. I am going to discuss the condition under which you are going to work, what is the job requirement, what is requirement of this profession. Then I am going to discuss a specific mindset or specific personality traits which you should possess. And finally I am going to discuss what you can do about it, how you can enter in this profession and achieve success. Therefore, I will request you that please see this video to the end so that you can derive full benefit out of it. And in case you find that this video is useful, please share this video with your colleagues, your friends, and subscribe to our channel if you have not done so far. Please also press bell button so that you can get notification of the video which come in future. Now friend, I am Ramchandra Rai and you are going to watch Prayas. This is a channel which is fully dedicated for development of your personality, all-round development of your personality. But before I start discussion on this particular topic, I want to share certain important things with you. Number one, if you want to attend my live session, interact with me directly, go to the description box. You will get two link. One is for free webinar and another is for suggestion for free webinar. If a subject of your choice is already scheduled, then you can register and you will be invited. And if it has not been scheduled, you can give suggestions. It will be organized and you will be invited. Second thing, I believe that unless you make your personality strong, effective, you will not succeed in any field whatsoever, in spite of spending money, etc. Therefore, I am working in the field of personality development after my retirement from civil service. If you are interested in this subject, want to participate in discussions, etc., please join our discussion forum which is called Prayas Vichar Manch. There is a link provided in the description box. You can go, click the link, and you can give your details. We will make you join and invite you whenever discussion takes place. The third thing, friend, I believe that personality development does not mean improving your mannerism, body language, fashion sense, language. It is superficial. The core of personality development involves transformation of your thinking, pattern, value system, and resultant conduct. Unless that is changed, you will not be successful. You will not be respected. Therefore, with a view to bring transformational change in your own thinking, belief system, value system, etc., and consequently in your behavior, your conduct, your way of working, I am directing a special personality development program which is titled Prayas Foundation Course. It has got 5 modules separately for students, working professionals, entrepreneurs, government officials, and retired people. If you want to know detail of this program, there is a link provided. You just click it, see the basic details. And in case you want to know the full detail of each and every module, you go to our website, see all the information, and even if after consulting website you have got some doubt, you can consult me. You can contact me. And lastly, I want to tell you that I do not want that poorest of the poor persons should be deprived of benefit of this particular program. Therefore, I have made a special revenue model for it. But I want your cooperation. I am not requesting any financial assistance from you. I am only requesting that in case you have got more than 1 hour time free, after completing all your task activities, whatever you are doing, you can donate that time to me, and sitting at your own home, you can work as our activity partner through your mobile phone itself and conduct this course digitally under my guidance and training. And you will get some income also. Friend, I am sure that you are going to check the description box and decide to join me in some fashion. Now friend, let us discuss the topic of today, that what should be mindset if you want to achieve success in legal profession. Now legal profession is a vast profession. You can join judiciary, you can take corporate job, you can do freelancing, you can do legal consultancy, and you can practice law as an advocate. Now, as I told you that 3 things you should know. The fundamental philosophy of this profession, working condition of this profession. Second thing, you should know about the mindset which you should possess. And the third thing, you should know how to go about it. Now friend, let us discuss the fundamental philosophy of this particular profession. You are aware that Indian Constitution promises three things to its citizens. First thing is justice, social, economic and political. Second thing, liberty of thought, expression, faith, beliefs and worship. And the third, very important, is equality of status and opportunity. These are three fundamental promise which Constitution gives to its citizen. I am sure that every country has got some constitution, some system similar to it. Now the question is, how does this get translated in practical terms? How a citizen can get it? You should know that India is a democratic country and hundreds and hundred countries are democratic in this world. India has got three pillars of democracy. The first pillar is legislation. That means Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha in the center and Vidhan Sabha and Vidhan Parishad in the states. It is a federal system. And you as a voter elect your MP and MLAs who work on your behalf, who represent you in these legislative bodies. And the job of legislation is to make law, legislation. And within boundaries of those legislation, those policies, the government of the day is to work. Now, government cannot spend a penny without passing budget from the legislation. It needs to apply tax only after approval. So the entire financial control rests with Lok Sabha and Vidhan Sabha. So this is role of legislation. Second pillar is executive. Now executive is of two types. One is temporary, which is called political executive, and second is permanent, which is called permanent executive. So far temporary executive is concerned, it means the party which is governing or a coalition of party which is running the government. For example, in India, National Democratic Alliance is running the central government under the leadership of Mr. Modi. In the state, various political parties are running government and they have got chief minister, ministers. Every 5 years there is an election and voter elect their representative and based on that the governments are formed depending upon the majority. So every 5 years there is a likelihood of change of the political executive. Now political executive is giving direction to the permanent executive. Whatever policy government is making, it is job of the permanent executive to execute that. And permanent executive consists of your civil services of the central and state, IAS, IPS and other in the center, PPS and PCS in the states and other allied services and subordinate services in that. A very big system is there. Now the question is, if executive commits some mistake, if it violates the constitutional provisions, if the legislature crosses its limit provided in the constitution, who will do the job of referee? Who will resolve dispute? If there is a dispute between government and the citizen, who will resolve? If there is a dispute between citizen and citizen, who will resolve? If there is a dispute between state and state, who will resolve? So, very importantly, the third pillar is judiciary. It also got a very big network. On the apex, there is Supreme Court. Then every state has got High Court, one bench, two bench, whatever. Then there are district courts, then taluka courts, and special courts are there. Commercial court, labor court, and family court, so many, so and so. So friend, it is the judiciary which ensures application of rule of the law and order. Now, how does judiciary, delivers? It cannot deliver judgment unless it is assisted by advocates who are representing competing parties in the court of law. Therefore, you should understand that legal profession is not exactly a job so far practice is concerned. You can have corporate job, that is another thing. But you are either in judiciary or you work as advocate, you are officer of the court. A judgment cannot be given properly by the judge if the advocates have not presented their case properly. It is very difficult for him to make a judgment. So you are in a way assisting judiciary to deliver. Now you know today that there are more than 4.5 crore cases pending in India. 86 cases are such which have been filed in 1950s and they are still pending. They are up also and down also. So there is a very big challenge before us. How to establish rule of the law, how to give justice to citizens, how to ensure quick judgments. So this is fundamental to your profession, which you must understand. Now this is the philosophical part of your profession. You should take pride that you are assisting the nation in enforcing rule of the law. And if the rule of the law or judicial system collapses, the country will collapse. The nation will collapse. So you have a very important role to play as an advocate or as a judge. Now coming to the practical side of this profession, you require a legal degree. You require Bachelor of Law, LLB at least. You can do LLM or whatever, you can specialize also. But the minimum requirement is LLB. Now for obtaining LLB, you have to now give admission test, CLAT. You can get good issued, you can get not so good issued, but you have to enter. You have to compete. If you are selected for a very reputed institute at National Law University, etc., you will get very good corporate job or whatever. Maybe it is easier for you to enter into judiciary also. But it is not that only the good institute pass outs are good advocates. Even the mid-level or lower level colleges students are doing well, provided they are serious about their work. Now it is not sufficient to pass LLB. You cannot do practice. You cannot become member of the bar unless you pass All India Bar Council examination, which contains question on almost all branch of law. The pass mark for general category is 45%, OBC 42%, ST SC 40%. And the past experience is there that about 80% people succeed in this examination. So it is not very good, bad. You can try and you will certainly succeed in one or two attempts. And once you pass the Bar Council examination, if you have a LLB degree, you can certainly practice as an advocate. And if you have not passed this examination, then of course you can give legal consultancy, you can prepare document, you can do so many things, you can take corporate job, And one thing you should remember, if you have got a license to practice and if you join some corporate job, your this license gets deactivated during the period of your job. And once you resign and want to do practice independently, then only it gets activated. Same thing happens if you join a government job. It gets deactivated and it will be activated only after you retire or you leave. So for an advocate, he has to be independent. Now friend, if you possess your LLB plus this license also, it is very tough profession. Today there are more than 15 lakhs practicing advocate in India. And every year 60 to 70,000 law graduates pass out. Bulk of them are going for practice. So it is not very easy to establish your practice. So far income is concerned, first when you go to a district court or high court or whatever, lot of overcrowding. First you have to work as a junior with some senior advocate who has got experience and who can guide you. And if you have got some family member practicing as an advocate, it will be easier for you to join him, or some relative or some other equation is there, you can join. Maybe in initial year you can't earn anything. He may give you some money on daily basis or may not give. He may start giving you money after some time. So it is a very tough competition and hard labor in the beginning of this profession. But I will advise you that you have to be fully dedicated. Make best effort to understand the profession and everything, so that you can earn the trust of your senior. He starts giving you some work and you start learning, and slowly you can pick up. So maybe you earn 10,000 rupees a month in the beginning or after a few months, and maybe you are able to earn 5 lakhs in a month. There are advocates who are earning in lakhs and crores also, but average is coming about 4 lakhs. So it is a very vast spectrum, and it depends where you stand depending upon your dedication. This thing. Now it should understand very clearly that certain attributes are a must in a lawyer. What are those attributes? For that you have to understand the nature of your job. Now, if there is a case in a court of law, there are two parties or more than two parties opposite to each other. You will represent one party. And suppose you have to file a case in the court of law, you will first prepare WS, written statement. What is the case, what are your evidences, and what you want from the court. This WS is a very, very important document. If it is well prepared, nicely prepared, in concise and correct language, you have won half the battle. Because based on WS only, you will build your argument and everything subsequently, and you pilot your case. If a WS is badly made, it is like a building having a very weak foundation. Building will not survive. Your case will not stand. And having made the WS also, unless you have got good oral communication skill, you cannot argue your case in the court of law. Now, court of law, there is a argument going on. There is a judge sitting. Opposite party advocate is there. Opposite party is there. Witnesses are there. And case is proceeding in a particular fashion as per rule of the court. Second thing, before preparing your WS, you have to study your case. What is the case? What are the fundamentals? What are the related judgment on such a case? What type of circumstances were there in the cases where judgment is available? What are circumstances in your case? What is the correlation? So that you can quote relevant judgments which favor your case. So you have to do a lot of research. And this research goes on during the course of the case. It is not one time affair. As the case progresses, you go on preparing and putting your case. And it happens for both the parties. Suppose you are having to represent opposite party, so you have to reply to the WS and then build your case. Depends on that. Now, friend, if you want to succeed as a advocate, you must be a good communicator. Number one, you must have excellent written communication skill so that you can prepare your WS and other documents in a diligent and effective manner. Then you must have excellent oral communication skill so that you can argue out your case in the court of law. Maintain your composure, maintain your language, maintain your dignity. And the third thing, you must have excellent reading comprehension. That means your linguistic ability must be excellent. And you must know English, because most of judgments are in English. So how do you understand? And you must maintain professional ethics. This profession is not a job, it is a service to the nation, service to the justice system, service to the client. So you must possess ethical standards. What are those ethics? Number one, you must take full interest in the interests of the client. You must help to the extent you can. But even if you are representing a client which has committed the crime, that means you are dependent. You cannot break ethics. You cannot say he has not committed. What you will do, that you will try to understand the circumstances under which the crime was committed by him. Whether there was a mens rea or not, ill intention was there or not, premeditated act was there or not, whether it was done out of fits of the anger or whatever, because of emotional disturbance, because of some mental problem. So your efforts would be to protect your client through ethical means. Of course, you should get a chance to defend himself, and you are defending him, representing him. But it does not mean that you will break his legal ethics. Second thing, suppose you have got some legal financial interest in the case, then you cannot represent. You will be biased. You will not be able to maintain your composure. Third thing, suppose your client is a female and you are male. After entering into client-advocate relationship, you cannot have sexual relation. If you have got, then it will be vitiated. So friend, there are so many things like that. You have to respect the judge, colleague, your advocate, opposite party, and you have to maintain the dignity in the court of law. So these are certain important things you have to possess. Now friend, having discussed the circumstances and the basic requirement of this profession, I will like to discuss the mindset which you should possess, the type of personality you should possess. Now friend, having seen the condition under which we have to work and demand of this profession, let us see what type of mindset you should possess, what type of personality you should have. So far personality is concerned, it has got three distinct parts. The first part is interest and aptitude, and it is based on your level of intelligence and your basic nature. So far interest is concerned, it is temporary, goes on changing. But aptitude is something which is permanent in nature and which indicates your hidden potential, the area where you can excel. Now, if I talk of aptitude, obviously you have to have certain type of likings. The first thing, you should possess a mining mindset. That means you should like to dig out facts of a case, understand the case, research the case. Second thing, your logical reasoning has to be very, very strong. For success in legal profession, logical reasoning has to be there, so that you can argue out your case. Now you must have an urge to ensure justice for your client, protect his rights. You should have a burning desire to do this. Then, as I told you, that you must possess excellent linguistic ability, written, oral and reading. So this is so far aptitude is concerned. Now, what is its basis? If I talk of level of intelligence, intelligence is of three types. First thing is IQ, that is mental ability, mental strength. I personally believe that unless your IQ is above 115, you cannot become a good advocate. There is no limit to IQ which you should possess. Even genius people are working as a advocate, and ordinary people are also working. But the success will become quite dependent upon your IQ. But the minimum cutoff is 115. So far emotional quotient is concerned, emotional intelligence is concerned, this should be also reasonably strong, because you have to understand the emotion of the client, his problems, his feelings, emotions of the witnesses, emotion of the opposite advocate, the judge, your colleagues, your juniors, your seniors. So unless you possess a good emotional intelligence, it is difficult for you to succeed as an advocate. So far, spiritual intelligence is concerned, which is a very important aspect of intelligence. It should be reasonably high. You must know what is ethical, what is unethical, what is justified, what is not justified, what is fair, what is unfair, what is just, what is unjust. And you must protect interest of your client within the boundary of ethical standards. Legal ethics, which I discussed with you. You should understand that you can help a very poor person by taking nominal fee. He will remember you for all time to come, and he will refer 10 people to you. So it is not that legal profession is an unethical profession. Legal profession is a service. Your ethical standard should be high, and within boundary of your ethical filter, you must try to help your client to the extent it is permissible. You should not bother about the result. So in nutshell, you should possess IQ above 115, reasonably strong EQ and SQ. Coming to the nature, our personality is 5-dimensional. The first dimension is extroversion versus introversion. I believe that moderate amount of extroversion is necessary, and it should be supported by excellent linguistic ability, as I told you, because you have to handle so many people in the court of law and outside court of law. You have to persuade people, you have to talk to them, you have to understand them, you have to interact with them. So you must possess moderate level of extroversion. Excessive extroversion is not recommended, because if you want to focus on a case research, you should be somewhat introvert for the time being, so that you can focus, you are not digressed. The second dimension is neuroticism. You should be emotionally stable. There should not be emotional, disturbances. You should be strong-minded, because you have to argue in the court. You are attacked all the time by the opposite side. You have to have resilience in you. You have to work under pressure. You have to do a lot of hard work. You have to go through emotional trauma, vicarious trauma. You can be affected. Suppose it is a rape case and narrations are going again and again. It affects you very badly if you have got a weak mental strength. So you must score low on the scale of neuroticism. Coming to the third dimension is agreeableness. It means how far you are empathetic to the interests of your client, how deeply you can understand his problems, how you can understand where it hurts him or her, how sympathetic you are to his cause, how dedicated you are to his cause, how much persuasive power you possess, so that you can persuade judge to see your point of view, witnesses you can persuade to reveal the correct thing. So agreeableness has to be very strong. It is very strong social dimension of your personality. The next dimension is conscientiousness, which is called devotion to your duty, discipline, focus, resilience, hard work, ability to sustain high heart pressure, work in a focused manner, time-bound manner. You have to work in a planned way. So you must score high on this dimension. Here I will like to warn you. Don't take excessive number of cases which you cannot handle because of time constraint or even because of your lack of knowledge. In that circumstance, you will not be able to do justice with the case of your client. He will not be satisfied and he will tell 10 more people not to come to you. So please take care that you only take so much cases which you can handle within the time available to you and which does not affect your health. The next thing is, and the last one is, open to experience. How experimentative you are, how imaginative you are, how creative you are will matter when you are doing research of the case. Friend, you have to search correlation between a particular judgment and your case. What are the circumstances where that case, whose judgment you are referring? What is circumstance your case? Is there any correlation? So this is very important to build your WS and build your further argument based on these correlations and relations. So it is a creative research, creative understanding, so that you can convince the court that your client is right, his interest should be protected, and he should be given justice. So friend, these are 5 dimensions where you should be having a particular type of score. So in summary, I would like to say that you must possess aptitude of mining, focus, hard work, urge to give justice, urge to protect others' right, be fair, ensure rule of the law. IQ must be above 115, strong EQ, strong SQ, moderate level of extroversion, high level of agreeableness, low neuroticism, high level of devotion to duty, and open to experience. Now the third and the very important part of this video, what you have to do. First, you get your personality examined, profiled. See what are the shortcomings in reference to the attribute which I have discussed. So I will advise you to listen this video once again, note down those points if you have not noted so far, and with the help of that list, you can find out your shortcomings. First, remove those shortcomings. When I am conducting the Prayas Foundation course, my intention is to remove your shortcomings. So you get them removed in due course of time. Having decided to enter into this profession, appear for law examination, CLAT, C-CLAT, take LLB degree, and I can tell you, you must be serious in your studies. Try to understand things because you have to pass the All India Bar Council examination also. And it is your knowledge which will give you money. So you must be very serious about the studies. If you have obtained this degree and you have passed the bar examination also, then join a advocate who can guide you. Be full faithful to him. Do hard labor. Give a indication that you are willing to work to extend your health permits. You are fully dedicated. He will certainly give you some work after some time. Slowly and slowly you will learn and you will be able to build your own practice. And as I told you, you can start earning from 0 to lakhs and lakhs. So this profession is very fertile profession, very creative profession, very remunerative profession, but it all depends how much effort you are willing to do. And there are relatively lower entry barrier, I told you, in comparison to other jobs and other things. And as I told you, there are 4.5 crore cases pending. Lot of work is there. And it needs to be improved. People have faith in judiciary, the justice system. And you are a very good medium of ensuring that. You will be serving the country, you will be serving your family, you will be serving yourself, provided you develop your personality in such a fashion, a mindset in such a fashion, that you can become a successful advocate. And even if you don't want to practice in the court, you can have a very flourishing legal consultancy, you can join judiciary, and there are so many options available. And if you have got LLB, you can give even competitive exam, you can join civil service also. The degree is very useful otherwise also. So friend, I want to conclude that if you want to join this particular profession, Please check yourself, prepare yourself, join, enjoy, and be successful. Friend, thank you very much for listening me, but I want to tell you before I part. Unless you are physically and mentally fit, you cannot succeed in whatever profession, leave aside the legal profession. And how you can ensure mental fitness? Please keep away from all negative content in social media, print media, mass media. Focus on positive content, develop yourself daily, improve your personality. You will be mentally fit. You will not be victim of mental pollution. So far physical fitness is concerned, you have to adopt a very healthy lifestyle, exercise, yoga, meditation, healthy diet, good sleep, you have to adopt. And I can tell you at this stage, legal profession has been found to be very tough so far mental health is concerned. Neuroticism and depression has been found to be very high in this profession, even in comparison to doctors. So you have to be physically fit to manage mental disorders. So friend, with this I want to tell you goodbye. I'm sure that you have got some value of this video, out of this video, and you are going to share this video with others, subscribe to our channel and patronize us. Thank you very much.